Okay guys, this is my HAF-X build. I'm kind of figuring out what fittings I need, what straight and what angled. This is kind of how I want it set up. I think I like the pump and the reservoir right here instead of on my power supply. I don't really like that idea, so I'll just drill 2 holes with the plate. Have that mounted, and you have your outlet and inlet. I would need to. I'm gonna have a 360 radiator top and a 240 outside. So I've been watching. I looked at Septro's build. I'm kind of watching his. Mine's going to be just a tad bit different since he has a 120 radiator on the bottom, and he's using that coolant's dual pump reservoir. So I won't have reservoir up here, and I won't have radiator here. So what I was thinking is, say the pump, the outlet come here, go all the way up to the 360, come out, 360 goes to the inlet, goes to the outlet, inlet, outlet, go up to the 240, then outlet of the 240, come down, feed the graphics cards, come down, and bam, straight to the reservoir. I think that would probably be my easiest shot. So I know this one, the lines are going to be on this side. I really don't think I should put them on this side, because that would really make it funky. So I'll leave them here. That'll be 2 45-degree compression fittings right there. So let's see, an outlet here, that'll be a 45, and I will probably have the line run right kind of where it's like a 90-degree angle. This wall meets these right here, so that'll come up and go over 45, let's see, 45 outside, inside 45 coming here. I'm going to have my line go under this, because this is for dominators. They sit taller, but I still want a fan on my RAM, because it does get hot. So I'll look around, see if I can find a lower profile one, because as you can see I get a lot of space there, but it still blows a good airflow there. And these are still good. I re-oiled them and finally got them to stop squealing, so I'll have the line go between this, and I'm thinking a 90 would probably be the best straight shot. A 45 may angle it too much and hit that, or I may just run it over. And a 45, let me kind of see what I got here. Yeah, so I wish they made like a 60 or something in between. So 45, I'll either have it coming over or in, so that'll be a 45. I'll just do a 45. If I need a 90, I'll order 90. This one will be a 45, so it'd have a nice arc on the tubing. This will be a 45, and it'll come up. I don't know if I'll run it kind of like a L up, or just have it go straight up like that. So it'll come out at one of these, and then the rad 240 will sit here. I really do not know why they did not have a hole right here, because the radiator sits right here. Yeah, this one lines up perfect, and this one's looking right at this wall. The easiest would be for me to drill it out, but I don't feel like taking this to a machinist, and I don't feel like finding a bit that big, because those are very expensive when they're that big. And I was going to drill a hole. And dremeling, you know, I want it nice and smooth. I don't want to try to hack it up, because I was going to, and then just pull this one off, because this one, I don't know what they were thinking, why they didn't have a hole right here. So I think a 45 will work. If not, I know Bits Power has one that's kind of like an S, and that'll probably fit just as well. I'll just try a 45. If it doesn't work, I'll get a joint or something, swivel joint. Okay, so it'll come back out here and go straight to the graphics card. And I got a little coolants rod there. I need a, yeah, I got my cap there. So in, out, 45, straight to the reservoir. That will be a straight. So, dang, that's just one straight compression fitting. I'll order a couple just to, so I make sure. But if that sounds good, if it doesn't, give me a holler. That's pretty much, I know I gotta move these. I don't even have the radiators in yet, so that's just my idea of how it's gonna run. Just, you know, just straight up and kind of like Septro's. If you look at both his builds, he's got his final build on the very first picture. The only difference is he's got 3 cards with that EK block combiner on the graphics cards, and he's got that 3rd radiator on the bottom, which my pump will be there. He did use this pump on when he was first doing his build, and you'll see that in the second picture. But that's when he had that little H50 or whatever on the CPU. So I'm kind of just going between each picture there, since, you know, I'm just kind of not trying to copy it, but I'm just trying to, I like the dual radiator just to get those temps lower with 2 cards and the chipset. This, I'm just adding this because it does get a little hot. I wish they made a block, but the problem is it's so tight with these capacitors. I can see why no one made a, however you say it, Enzotech. I know they made a couple where it was like block, and it had tubes instead of it being a flat copper block. And that actually work. If you had like a block, 2 small tubes, but that would probably be pretty restrictive. It's just, man, this card sits so close. You would think they would move it down, but I know they don't think about watercolor when they build these things. So that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this. I know a lot of people are like, you don't need that. I'm gonna leave it anyways. Just try it out. It's better than this jinky heat fan, heat sink, little aluminum heat sink that came with it. So I think it'll do a lot better, and it doesn't look that constrictive. I mean, it's just a straight out, and as you can see, the little dots in there are lines that go straight with the flow, so it's not swirling around or anything. I'm gonna stick with the heat killer for now. I have to find new screws for the bottom. A couple of them were jacked up pretty good, so I've got to go to a nut and bolt special place to find some more, because I need to take it apart, make sure it's clean if I need to soak it or anything, and plus in case I need to take it apart in the future. So, but I'm going to stick with that for now. I do have a, what is it, EK, yeah, EK block, nickel bottom with the plastic, black plastic, however you say it, acetal, whatever, top. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this solid copper block. I will be using this for a while. I really would like to go with the Coolants 370 just to kind of match my Coolants graphics blocks. I don't know. If this cools enough, I'll just leave it. I know it's not, my color scheme is not really matching this plastic. I can probably take this off and paint it red. Kind of match that, but I'm not worried about that. If it gets done, it gets done. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I really like that coolant's dual pump reservoir, but I really didn't feel like spending $130 on a reservoir, and then I didn't want to use just one pump, so I'd have to get two pumps. It's another like $80, $85 for a pump, and I don't know. If this pump, this SwiftTech 655 has been doing just fine for the few years I've had it, so I thought I'd just keep it simple, and if it does break, then if I feel like I need more flow, I'll upgrade. So I can do that later down the road. And I just have 2 hard drives in for RAID. I'll just leave this in for now. I'll have plenty of room to route that. I wish it would fit flush, but it doesn't. I don't know, maybe I'll get rid of it and have just put a external CD-ROM, DVD-ROM or whatever. Keeping the same power supply. It's been very well. I will say this, next power supply I get will be modular. It is a pain in the butt having these sticking out and not using some of them, so you have to kind of just put them wherever. Or what I may even do is buy one of these and cut out what I don't need and just build it specifically for my build next time. I know that'll kind of probably bite me in the butt later down the road, but at least I know it'll look better instead of having wires everywhere. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'd like to keep this because this RAM does get hot. At least I need some kind of airflow. The side vent, I'll leave the side vent with that, but of course that fan's at the bottom, so it'll be right here. Then we got a fan here, and of course this will be gone. The radio will be there. I may be able to still leave it there, just to leave it. And then I'll have this. So I'll have to figure out my airflow, but I'm not too worried about that right now. So yeah, pretty much I'm just ordering fittings right now. I already ordered these extenders for the top radiator to get past the fans, and then the fitting goes on it. That worked out pretty cool. I ordered the wrong one. I ordered the small one, the 1 slot. I was thinking 1 slot for some crazy reason. Yeah, that was way too short. This is the 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 slot, whichever one it is. They only sell 2 versions. Other than that, that's just it. I just gotta get fittings really, and I'll be good to go. And that's it.